LA Rider is brought to you by Dudley DeBosier Injury Lawyers, serving Louisiana motorcyclists and their families for nearly 2 decades. Dudley DeBosier, official injury lawyers for the Motorcycle Awareness Campaign.
When you're on a motorcycle, you got to look out for all kinds of stuff. But after a crash, it's a danger you can't see that can really get you.
The insurance company is working behind the scenes to deny you compensation.
They're building a case against you, but at Dudley DeBosier, we're working for you.
Keep your head on a swivel. Let these guys look out for you. Motorcycle crash? Demand different. Demand Dudley DeBosier. 444-4444.
Hello and welcome to LA Rider, Louisiana's #1 source for motorcycle travel, lifestyles, and adventure. This week we take a ride to a cafe in Amite City, Louisiana that serves home-cooked meals that rival your mama's cooking. Tammy Arnder takes us to Winsboro, where they just unveiled a new byway honoring one of the state's top musicians. And Scotty Drake takes a look at the annual Blessing of the Bikes in Denham Springs. We've got a great show for you today as we kick off our 18th season. So grab that throttle, we're going for a ride. Nothing tops off a nice ride in the country like a good home-cooked meal. A few weeks ago, we heard about a place in Amite City where the food is so good, you'll be going back for second helpings. And at Nona's Cafe, you might even find yourself going back for thirds. Nothing like getting out on the highway on a beautiful spring morning in Louisiana. On days like this, it doesn't really matter where you're heading. Just being on the bike with your face in the wind and the engine humming beneath you makes even a ride to nowhere a worthwhile experience. But on this cool Friday in March, I had a very definite destination in mind. Bob's cousin, Barbara Yerby, told us about a place in Amite City where you can get real down-home cooking. And as you know, I am always on the lookout for good food. So since Amite City is just a 40-minute ride from my home, I pointed Red Rider east on LA 16 for the short yet rural ride to Nona's Cafe. Nona's Cafe is located in an old house just a block off the highway on Southwest Central Avenue, which is also US 51. Nona's is a buffet. You pay when you enter. Once you pay, you just grab a plate and the friendly staff will load you up. Seafood is featured on Fridays, which is the day we visited. There was seafood lasagna, fried and baked catfish, gumbo, and several other entrees, like red beans and rice, plus a whole serving cart filled with incredible sides, too. Ooh, look at this good food. Catfish, cabbage, and seafood lasagna. Let's eat. I brought my biker appetite today for a buffet. Nona is what owner Mary Jones says her grandchildren call her, and it was the perfect name for the cafe she opened on Central Avenue a few years after moving to Amite City from New Orleans following Hurricane Katrina. How long have you had Nona's?
I've been in business for 7 years.
Okay, so why a restaurant. What got you started in this?
I had a restaurant in New Orleans. The name of it was Honey Hush. So when I moved out here in Amite after Katrina, then I just followed through with this.
The recipes came from Mary's mother, and one of them, seafood lasagna, had me going back for seconds. It is that good, and according to Mary, contains a few secret ingredients. Mushrooms, crawfish, oh my goodness. Noodles, oh my God, this is fabulous. Now, I've had a lot of fried catfish, and Nona's fried catfish is one of the best. Cut just right, not too thin and not too thick, and fried a crisp and delicate golden brown. Fresh out of the fryer, that is delicious. If you're looking for real home cooking, Southern style, the kind that feeds your body and your soul, take a ride to Amite City and check out Nona's. It's definitely worth the trip. Ooh-wee. I shouldn't have had that second plate, but I always say that. Now, just like the sign says, this is some good home cooking. Right now, Nona's is only open Tuesday through Friday from 10:30 a.m. till 3:30 p.m. and the menu changes daily. But something good is always cooking at Nona's. They're on Facebook, so check them out. Or better yet, take a ride to Amite City. Back in a moment with more LA Rider.
LA Rider is brought to you by the Motorcycle Awareness Campaign, a 501c3 nonprofit organization exclusively dedicated to promoting motorcycle awareness and rider safety throughout Louisiana and the nation.
I didn't see him.
She just came out of nowhere.
Oh, God, what am I gonna do?
Watch for us.
See us.
Watch for us.
See us.
Watch for us.
See us. Watch for us.
See us.
Watch for us.
Save us.
Nearly two-thirds of all motorcycle fatalities are caused by distracted and inattentive drivers. Please, watch for motorcycles. Motocross? We've got it at G & Gonzalez in Baton Rouge. All the bikes, all the gear, and the expertise to help make you number one at the track. From beginner to expert, we've got just what you need at G & Gonzalez in Baton Rouge. Come see us today at G & Gonzalez, Louisiana's oldest family-owned power sports dealer, located in downtown Baton Rouge in the shadow of the state capitol.
Race on down to G & Gonzalez. Becoming number one starts here.
We're waiting for you!
Improve your skills. Make U-turns with ease. Tighten your corners and ride with more confidence and greater control. Sign up now for Cajun Thunder's Motorcycle Skills Training Course taught by Police Instructor Mike Richard and Amanda Joe at Cajun Thunder's state-of-the-art facility in Ponchatoula. Take your riding skills to the next level with Cajun Thunder's Rider Advancement Training.
I didn't see him.
Watch for us.
She just came out of nowhere.
See us.
Oh, God, what am I gonna do?
Save us.
Please, watch for motorcycles. You might just save someone's life.
Well, welcome back to LA Rider. I'm Tammy Arender, coming to you from Monroe, Louisiana once again at Warhawk Harley-Davidson. Just a hop, skip, and a short motorcycle ride from Winsboro, Louisiana. Now, you know we love going to this little gem of a town in Franklin Parish because there are great restaurants there. You got Filet, you got Mustang Lucy's, Shays, Big John's. I mean, it's an incredible place. You've also got the Princess Theater. But I recently got to go to honor a musical legend originally from Louisiana and to launch the Northeast Louisiana Music Trail.
We are officially unveiling the first sign on the Northeast Louisiana Music Trail honoring Fred Carter Jr.
It's the first of its kind sign in Louisiana.
It made perfect sense to start the trail with a sign dedicated and honoring Fred Carter Jr., who has played with everybody on the planet.
Doyle Jeter has been on a mission to honor musicians who grew up in Northeast Louisiana.
I moved here from Pennsylvania late 60s, and I found out real fast that this area of the country, in its particular Northeast Louisiana, is where the heart and soul and Mississippi of music in general. The blues and country and gospel and rock and roll.
Got it. So the launch of the Northeast Louisiana Music Trail starts with Fred Carter Jr., a talented guitarist who played for numerous A-list singers and bands. He toured with Roy Orbison and Conway Twitty, played with Willie Nelson and Bob Dylan, just to name a few. His daughter, Dina Carter, famous for the 1997 Song of the Year hit Strawberry Wine, says people know her dad for his guitar playing, but his musical talents go far beyond the guitar.
What I understand, he was playing fiddle at about 2 years old, just virtuoso like no other, and then picked up the guitar when he knew the hayride needed a guitar player, like later on in life. But he just always, they talk about him being a dreamer in the cotton fields and wanting to, you know, not pick cotton, he wanted to be playing music.
So they were honored when Jeter and several others worked to raise the money and put up this permanent marker in the heart of town.
Dad would be so proud. He would just, I know he's here with us, you know, he would just, he loved his hometown. He loved his family, and they instilled that in him, and he instilled that in us. And so I said earlier, it's more for him about family even, but music has just been a part of the family, so you can't separate the two. They go together.
Dina, along with Bobby Bridger, held a concert at the historic Princess Theater in downtown Winsboro, paying tribute to not only Fred Carter Jr., but those who love the rich musical roots of this region.
We have coming up signs that are already in motion for Webb Pierce from West Monroe, Hoss Logan from Marouge, Tony Joe White from Oak Grove, and Bobby Bridger from Columbia, and it goes on and on. Henry and Tookie, blues giants from Rayville, and you know, it's really great. We're finally getting to thank the performers, the musicians, and in a very real way to thank the people that have supported this music for, in our case, for 42 plus years.
Whoever's making those signs for the Northeast Louisiana Music Trail, you're going to be in business for a long time. And TW, I see us hitting all those signs somewhere down the road. We'll have more LA Rider right after this.
Thank you, Louisiana, for making Baton Rouge Harley the #1 dealer in the state 2 years running. Huge selection, low use prices here in Louisiana. Clearly marked with our no haggle price. Need payments, rates? Just ask. No filling out any paperwork. A warm welcome to our new owners, Rumble On. Need to sell your bike? It's easy at rumbleon.com. Upload a few pictures and you'll have a cash offer in minutes. Free pickup too. Baton Rouge Harley, serving Louisiana for over 20 years.
At Jandy Imports, we have everything for your ride. From high-quality leather jackets, vests, and chaps, to saddlebags, luggage, and riding boots. We have a large selection of helmets, too, and feature a full line of AmSoil and bike care products. At Jandy Imports, you'll find the area's largest selection of patches, all sewed on for you while you wait. You need it? We've got it. At Jandy Imports, the little store with the big inventory.
Come see us at Jandy Imports.
Improve your skills. Make U-turns with ease. Tighten your corners and ride with more confidence and greater control. Sign up now for Cajun Thunder's Motorcycle Skills Training Course, taught by Police Instructor Mike Richard and Amanda Joe at Cajun Thunder's state-of-the-art facility in Ponchatoula. Take your riding skills to the next level with Cajun Thunder's Rider Advancement Training. For more than 40 years, Robert Rad Leonard has provided South Louisiana motorcyclists with all their needs, from a showroom jam-packed with all the latest gear to a full-service shop featuring skilled technicians who handle everything from routine service to complete engine rebuilds. Rad Cycles also carries a huge selection of pre-owned models and has the area's largest inventory of used bike parts. For all your riding needs, do what South Louisiana motorcyclists have been doing since 1978. Go Rad. Rad Cycles. They're rider recommended. Looking for a trailer? Check out Mike Gerald's Trailer Depot. At Mike's 2 Baton Rouge locations, you'll find a huge inventory of high-quality motorcycle trailers, boat trailers, cargo trailers, utility trailers, and custom-built trailers. Plus, the largest inventory of trailer parts and accessories in the area. Can't find that perfect trailer? Let Mike build one for you. Mike Gerald's Trailer Depot. 2 locations in Baton Rouge to serve you. They're rider recommended.
Want a high-quality used motorcycle delivered to your door with a money-back guarantee? At usedbikesdirect.com, you can choose from hundreds of high-quality American, Japanese, and European motorcycles. Just browse our website, pick your bike, get your financing, and arrange your trade-in, all from the comfort of your home. And we'll deliver it straight to your door for free, complete with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Buying a used motorcycle has never been easier or safer. Just go to usedbikesdirect.com and start shopping.
Spring has sprung, and with spring comes a number of events kicking off the riding season. In Scott, Louisiana, Harley owners from all over the country gathered for the first hog rally of the season. The event, which is hosted by Cajun Harley-Davidson, always draws a crowd. There's always good music, interesting rides, and of course, no place in the country offers better food. We're told that this year's rally drew record numbers. Another event that always draws a crowd is the annual Blessing of the Bikes in Denham Springs. Scotty Drake was on hand at this year's blessing.
Springtime, a time of renewal. Bees buzz, birds sing, flowers bloom, and all over the country, people are getting their motorcycles out of mothballs, tuning them up, hosing them down, and getting ready for another riding season. Of course, here in Louisiana, it's riding season all year long. Nonetheless, springtime is also a time of spiritual renewal as people and machines gather for the blessing of the bikes. This year's Blessing of the Bikes took place on April 2nd, here, at the Anthony Dugas Rec Center in Denham Springs, Louisiana. Sean Ballard organized the event for the Fallen Riders Foundation and talked with me about this all-day affair.
Well, the Blessing of the Bikes is basically our start-off of the riding season. What we do is we get all the people in, independent club riders, everybody come in and get their bikes blessed. Kind of not a good luck charm, but it's to let them know that they have that blessing on them to be seen on that highway. And that's when they give out that little cross, to know about that blessing, to remind them that somebody's praying for them, and wherever they are, they're on somebody's mind in their heart.
And of course, it wouldn't be a Blessing of the Bikes without the actual blessing, which was delivered by Pastor T.
Here I am in this beautiful 2022 day, and we gave every person that came through our tent one of these crosses. And here's the crazy thing about it. Who would have thought that in the first couple of years we would give away 150,000 of these crosses? We stopped counting about 3 to 5 years ago, I don't know, I can't even remember, at 150,000. And so we give them to each rider because each and every time we ride, sad to say, we take a risk. And the risk is not always our fault. The risk is produced by somebody that's not paying attention, that's on their cell phone or distracted. But then there are times when the risk is ours.
What we do is we help down bikers and their families in the event of an accident, fatality. If you get into an accident, your down insurance is going to pay for your bike. You might have Affleck catch up 40, 60% of your bills, but they're not going to cover your cell phone bill, get birthday presents for your kids. keep food in the pantry, little things like pay an insurance note on your car. That's where we step in. 100% of our proceeds goes to helping a family that's been affected by either an accident or a fatality. And we go in and help them with anything that they need.
Good food, good music, good people. A renewal of spirit. Springtime in Louisiana. At the annual Blessing of the Bikes in Denham Springs, I'm Scotty Drake for LA Rider.
Another big spring event here in the Bayou State is the annual Strawberry Festival in Ponchatoula. The festival, which draws thousands each year, has become a big motorcycle event too. And cool temperatures and blue skies drew a record number of riders to the Strawberry Capital this year. And that included Tammy, Amanda Jo, and me. Amanda, who grew up in Ponchatoula, was our tour guide as we sipped strawberry-flavored concoctions, ate our share of sweet berries, and tried out some of the Midway games. Next week, we'll be back with a complete report on how we survived this year's Berry Fest. Stay with us. When we come back, a look at motorcycle safety as we kick off Motorcycle Awareness Month.
Thank you, Louisiana, for making Hammond Harley the #1 dealer in the state for 2 years running. Huge selection, low use prices here in Louisiana. Clearly marked with our no haggle price. Need payments, rates? Just ask. No filling out any paperwork. A warm welcome to our new owners, Rumble On. Need to sell your bike? It's easy as rumbleon.com. Upload a few pictures and you'll have a cash offer in minutes. Free pickup too. Hammond Harley, serving Louisiana for almost 20 years.
I didn't see him.
Watch for us.
She just came out of nowhere.
See us.
Oh God, what am I gonna do?
Save us.
Please watch for motorcycles. You might just save someone's life. Motocross? We've got it at G & Gonzalez in Baton Rouge. All the bikes, all the gear, and the expertise to help make you #1 at the track. From beginner to expert, we've got just what you need at G & Gonzalez in Baton Rouge. Come see us today at G & Gonzalez, Louisiana's oldest family-owned power sports dealer, located in downtown Baton Rouge in the shadow of the state capitol.
Race on down to G & Gonzalez. Becoming #1 starts here.
We're waiting for you!
I didn't see him.
Watch for us.
She just came out of nowhere.
See us.
Oh God, what am I gonna do?
Save us.
Please watch for motorcycles. You might just save someone's life.
Just putting on leather and sitting on a bike doesn't make someone a biker. And it's easy to tell the posers from the pros.
Same goes for law firms. Just because someone's a lawyer doesn't mean they know motorcycle cases.
At Dudley DeBosier, we've been fighting for injured bikers all over Louisiana for years.
After a crash, get experience on your side. Call Dudley DeBosier. Motorcycle crash? Demand different. Demand Dudley DeBosier. 444-4444.
Support motorcycle safety and encourage other drivers to watch for motorcycles. Purchase a motorcycle awareness specialty plate for your car, truck, or motorcycle. For an additional $25 a year, you can help the Motorcycle Awareness Campaign promote safety, awareness, and training programs throughout Louisiana.
I'm T.W. Robinson. No matter what you ride, put a MAC plate on it and help support motorcycle awareness wherever you go.
Improve your skills. Make U-turns with ease. Tighten your corners and ride with more confidence and greater control. Sign up now for Cajun Thunder's Motorcycle Skills Training Course taught by Police Instructor Mike Richard and Amanda Jo at Cajun Thunder's state-of-the-art facility in Ponchatoula. Take your riding skills to the next level with Cajun Thunder's Rider Advancement Training.
May is Motorcycle Awareness Month, a time when we remind all motorists that motorcycles enjoy the same rights and privileges on the highway as everyone else, and that they need to pay special attention while driving and watch for motorcycles. Bob Courtney has more.
I'm Bob Courtney. May is National Motorcycle Safety and Awareness Month, a time to remind motorists to watch out for motorcycles and respect our rights on the roadway.
a bike go by and it's on the back wheel.
One organization that has been fighting for us to be seen on the highways and byways is the Motorcycle Awareness Campaign, or MAC. For nearly 15 years, MAC has been promoting motorcycle safety and awareness through rallies, events, and educational seminars across Louisiana. Additionally, MAC has produced and distributed more than 100,000 of these familiar yellow and black Watch for Motorcycle signs, which can be seen in yards, businesses, and events throughout the South.
It's been an emotional ride throughout the years, and that's how we got involved. As it turned out, through that first year, we lost 7 friends.
MAC was founded by Baton Rouge motorcyclist and HOG member Warren Broussard and some of his fellow riders after losing several close friends to distracted and inattentive drivers.
We were sitting at home planning our next little ride out, and the phone rang, and my wife Mary answered the phone, and I could hear her hollering in the back, "Oh no, what?" And as it turned out, some of our friends, Altons, had been hit on a motorcycle head on, and both of them died. Wife and I got to thinking about it, and I'd been in the safety business throughout my lifetime there doing different things, and we thought maybe we'd start raising an awareness program. It's hence motorcycle, Watch for Motorcycles, Motorcycle Awareness Campaign. And that's the acronym MAC turned out to be. Another friend of ours named Mac had a crash, and we lost him.
Broussard retired as MAC's president several years ago, but he remains committed to motorcycle safety and awareness. He says today there are more things than ever competing for a driver's attention, and he's worried about what that means for motorcyclists.
It's inattentive driving is basically what it is. We sit in these big old cars with the air conditioning going and the music going and all that. We forget that we're outside with other people.
While May is officially Motorcycle Awareness Month, MAC wants motorists to watch for motorcycles every day. And by the way, when you're off the bike and in your car or truck, be sure you keep an eye out for motorcycles too.
This year, LA Rider is joining with MAC, other safety groups, and our sponsors to help raise awareness year-round. Our theme will be Make Every Month Motorcycle Awareness Month, and we'll be capping off May with a special awareness ride. Come join us in Baton Rouge on May 28th. We'll have music, food, and lots of prizes, and one lucky rider will win $1,000. It costs nothing to participate, and you don't even have to ride. Cars and trucks are welcome, and we will roll, rain or shine. Hope to see you on the 28th, and of course, right here next week for another edition of LA Rider. I'm T.W. Robinson. We haven't been everywhere, but it's on our list. See you next time on LA Rider.
LA Rider is brought to you by Dudley DeBosier Injury Lawyers, serving Louisiana motorcyclists and their families for nearly 2 decades. Dudley DeBosier, official injury lawyers for the Motorcycle Awareness Campaign.
When you're on a motorcycle, you got to look out for all kinds of stuff. But after a crash, it's a danger you can't see that can really get you.
The insurance company is working behind the scenes to deny you compensation.
They're building a case against you, but at Dudley DeBosier, we're working for you.
Keep your head on a swivel. Let these guys look out for you. Motorcycle crash? Demand different. Demand Dudley DeBosier. 444-4444.
God bless chrome cowgirls like us.